Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Succubus. My name is MS Pankawan, and we what did we do last one? I think it was when we went on a date with Cosmos, and I guess we could have gone both better and worse than what it did. So yeah, let's see what happens now. The rest of the week passes by in a blur. I go to work every day and spend my evenings either with Cosmos or Marina. As a guy who hasn't dated in years, it's hard to get accustomed to all this female attention, feminine attention. It's a bit overwhelming, to be honest, but where joint affection is hardly unwelcome. In fact, I never felt more loved. Dating two women at once is a bit difficult, particularly when both women are celebs. But I've never been one to balk at a challenge. Speaking of challenges, I'm finally here. I come to settle the score with the EQ once and for all. We got off on the wrong foot during our first meeting, but I can't afford to back down now. I'm only here because of Marina. She gave me this chance and she saved me my job. Now it's time to repay her. It's time to face the music. It's a Saturday and I come all the way to Okinawa so I can photograph EQIU. I set off early this morning on a flight paid for by Marina. The flight took about 3 hours and it was relatively comfortable. Marina spared no expenses, and I found myself sitting in first class with spacious chairs and more than enough legroom. And more than enough legroom. I've flown a couple of times before. It's a necessity for my job, but I had ultimately something miserable experience. Lack of legroom is the biggest factor in my flight. Included misery. My flight included misery. Being over 6 feet tall can be quite a burden. My legs are just too long. Oh well. The flight is over and done with now. I was met at the airport by a chauffeur, Ayus presumably, who drove me to this beach. The chauffeur dropped me off here and then left, often telling me to look for Ayu on my own. That's precisely what I'm doing right now, though I haven't had much luck. Can't find the hide or hair of Ayu anywhere. I'm not sure where I should start looking, and my indecisions are not helped by how huge this beach is. It's a vast stretch of pure white sand, that sparkles beneath the warm sun like sugar. The turquoise waves lap against the shore, breaking into creamy foam, and palm trees sway in the wind. Seagulls carve about my head, and when I inhale I can smell the salt in the air. A warm, gentle breeze rumples my hair and tugs at the hem of my shirt. Other than the undulating waves and the call of the birds, it's almost completely silent. Since this is a private beach, there's no surfing men, sunbathing women, or screaming children. Neither are there any stray volleyballs, discarded food wraps, or abandoned buckets and spades to mar the perfect landscape. This beach is so vast and so still, it feels almost completely cut off from the rest of the world. It's a small slice of paradise, vertebral Shangri-La. Is this really how the other half lives? I've been missing out my whole life. I've been to the beach before, of course. I went a few times during the heady summer days of my youth. My parents too took me to the beach when I was a child. When I got older, I took a few trips with high school friends and later my girlfriend. It's been years since I was last able to get the time off work or the motivation to go to the beach though. I've certainly never been to a beach as beautiful as this one. Can't help but be impressed. How rich is Ayu anyway, if she can afford all this? It's almost unthinkable that this huge expanse of unused land could belong to one person. Ayu's incredible. Wonder if that's why she asked me to photograph her here. Maybe she was trying to show off. It's not like she needs to bother, though. I think she's impressive enough as is. Why would a famous idol like Ayu worry about my opinion anyway? Is she trying to get one over on her Succubus sisters? That sounds like the sort of petty thing she might do. Well, I'm not going to find her if I keep standing here. I need to start making tracks. Operation Locate Ayu is underway. To my relief, it doesn't take all that long to locate my absent host. I wandered the beach for a few minutes, hands jammed into my pockets, content to enjoy the warmth, sunshine and the sound of the rolling waves. I turned my head this way and that, shielding my eyeballs from the sun. It's a little after midday, and the heat gets more and more intense with every footstep. I can feel it burning the nape of my neck, and I pause winching. I pause in my travels, taking refuge beneath the shades of a nearby palm tree. Uh, eh. And that's when I finally spot her, half concealed beneath the cluster of swaying palms. It's Iki Ayo in the flesh. She looks far more real than she did when I saw her on stage, surrounded by screaming fans and blinking lights. There was something off about this picture. In fact, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's off about this. I use wrestling in what appears to be an inflatable bathing pool. She's wearing a very tight swimsuit made of a golden metallic material that wings in the sunlight. Her hair is tied back in her signature twin tails, and a pair of dark sunglasses are balanced on the bridge of her nose. So far there's nothing so unusual about this scene, but the contents of the bathing pool is downright bizarre. It's so bizarre, in fact, I have to do a double take. I rub my eyes and pinch my cheek. This must be some sort of hallucination brought about by the sultry heat. But no, the scene before me doesn't waver. It must be real. Iki Ayo, Japan's most famous idol, is wrestling in a plastic bathing pool filled to the brim with money. It's not just loose change either. She's steeped in what appears to be 10,000 yen notes. At least I think that's 1,000. It must take a huge amount of banknotes to fill a pool of this size. I'm not sure how much money is crammed into that plastic pool, but must be easily over several hundred million, maybe even billion. It's more money than I ever seen in my whole life. And I is luxuriating in this merry, carrying world. A few loose, crumpled notes lie on the sandy dunes around the pool. Since there's a bit of a breeze, some of them notes must blown away, but Ayu doesn't care. Neither does she seem to care that the weight of her firm, plump, tight tights must be crumbling hundreds of thousands of notes. Is this money nothing more than loose change to her? She could feed hundreds of several starving people with this money, but she's using it as nothing more than a prop. I've never been one to get worked up about social issues, but this is kind of pissing me off. If this was 18th century France, Angus' head would be rolling right now. I tried to get reach Ayu, but this last year's display of wealth has thrown me. I can only gape at her in her incoherent and confused. Fortunately, those noises of mine seem to be enough to announce my presence and to convey my feelings. Ayo pulls up her sunglasses and glances over to me. Smug smile on her pretty face. That's right. Ogasawara Hiroki at your service. Ayu purrs her lips together. I'm sorry. Ayu turns her nose up in the air, unimpressed. I do know who you are. You just told me who you are. I am very aware of who you are, Miss EQ. Yeah. In fact, I'm more intimately acquainted with her than most. Still, you can't forget the sensation of her body pressed against mine. Or the sharp sting on my cheek as she slapped me. I wonder if she remembers that. If she does, she made no indication of it. Maybe she wants to forget that embarrassing chapter of her life. Could that be the reason for this extravagant display? Is she hoping to dazzle me with so much luxury? I forget about our first encounter too. Ayu shakes her head. Her long twin tails flutter in the tropical breeze. I didn't see a person that let fame go to her head, so she now thinks she's better than everyone else. Talk about direct. I never quite bought Ayu's cutesy act, but I didn't think she'd be so upfront about loading her fan base. If it wasn't for those disgusting fans that she malagins, sorry for that, I wouldn't be able to kick back on a private beach in the in a bathing pool full of money. A bit of gratitude wouldn't kill her, wouldn't it? Maybe it would. Right, I do my best. I use lips curls. So she does remember our first meeting. Fingers as much. And he didn't blow it really. She never gave him a chance to do it in the first place. Ayu mumbles this last question under her breath, more to herself than anybody else. Probably was just a Succubus instinct. I don't think she means for me to overhear her, but she's not being particularly subtle, and I do all the same. How am I supposed to respond to that? Should I apologize? But Marina scolded me for apologizing too much. Maybe I should have more faith in myself. So, Miss Aiko, is it alright if we start a photo shoot? I have my equipment with me. I'm ready to go whenever you are. Ayu waves one hand casually. I couldn't agree more. Ayu might be hot. A tight swimsuit is struggling to contain the heft of her huge melons. But her personality leaves something to be desired. I wouldn't mind so much if she was just vain and materialistic. I worked with more difficult clients than her before, but her two-faced nature makes her even more aggravating. She's nothing at all like the adorable image she projects to her fans. If you knew what their idol really thought of them, I don't be willing to support her for much longer. Showbiz is such a sketchy industry. I get my camera out of my bag and start adjusting the lens. I hold it to my face, zooming in on Ayu's buxom body, and pause. Miss Aiko? I was just wondering, do you really want me to take photos of you lying in a pool filled with money? Ayu snorts. This barb makes me grit my teeth together. This girl is seriously annoying. The moody scowls are bad enough, but this smug smirk of hers is even worse. I feel a bead of sweat trickling down my cheek. Never would have thought it of a star like EQIU, but she must have a serious chip on her shoulders. I don't think you need to go to such length to prove your worth. Everybody knows you're successful with or without flaunting your wealth like this. In fact, I think posing in a tub full of money would make your fans turn against you. And you turn some nose up in the air. I can't bow down right now. I'm supposed to take your photo. So I've been downgraded from cameraman to peasant. What's next? Snurf, surf, slave. I'm ponding this man. I also eyes widening to proportions. I've said something wrong, Valid, I know that. All of her smug self-confidence is gone. Now she looks like a little girl, embarrassed after being caught pillaging cookies. I gather my senses about me. A more difficult task than it sounds, and rush to her side in an alarm. Are you alright, are you? Did something happen? Shyly, Japan's #1 idol holds up the finger of her right hand for my inspection. His tip is swollen pink, and it's been blistered horizontally with a hairline cut. I know what this is, even before I use tearful confession. Now when she needs me, she acts cutely and all that. Alright, that just about does it. A sigh, wiping a few beads of sweat from my forehead, then examine my handiwork. I managed to salvage most of the money from Ayu's bathing pool. Now all the crumpled, slightly sweaty notes are stashed away safely inside my shoulder bag, with the rest of my camera equipment. The pool itself, meanwhile, was deflated. It now lies under the shade of a palm tree, flated and unused. Ayu herself hangs back, still clad in her golden swimsuit. She props her full breasts up with her arms, embarrassed blush playing around about her cheeks. Luckily for me, that paper cut was enough to convince Ayu that her proposed photo shoot was a bad idea. With a bit more correction, I got her to abandon the idea for good. I'm glad that's been taken care of, but days wearing on, and I haven't taken a single photo of Ayu yet. This is shaping up to be a disaster. Ayu pouts divided of her usual prop and scuffs at the sandy dunes with the tip of her foot. Truth be told, I found Ayu nothing short of irritating during our reunion. But that mishap earlier has drained some of her cocky self-confidence. Now she's acting awkward and unsure of herself. She's significantly more manageable. She's a lot more likable too. A mega cute stage persona might be an act to endear her fans, but maybe her mega bitch persona was an act calculated to impress me. I'm not sure why Ayu's go out of her way to impress me, given she seems to hate me. But if that really is the case, then I guess I feel somewhat flattered. I'm a bit less happy, however, about all the banknotes she crumbled and toward during her little performance piece. What a waste. Ayu scratches her cheek, her brow furrowed. Sure, she's acting nice now, but isn't it a little too late? I'm not sure how to feel about all this. Let's be a little nice to her at least. It's not a problem. Like I said, we were business partners. I'm just doing my job. She didn't like that apparently. I offer you one of my brightest smiles, which makes her recoil. She eyes me mistrusting fully, still pouting. I don't know if it was all that high concept, but it was certainly a controversial concept. If all my experience as a photographer, I can say categorically that they would not. Ayu takes a step back, defeated. Be nice for starters. Okay, it's a tips. Your fans respect you more than enough as it is. Can't you remember how loud they cheered for you? That's a tricky question. I don't think it's bad that you want to be accepted by more people. That's natural. I don't think anybody likes being insulted. Apart from, like, masochists. But that's part of being a public figure. You chose this life of Sakura something I can't read, sorry, for yourself when you decided to be an idol. It's impossible to make everybody like you. You'll never be able to sway everybody's heart, so you should focus on giving your existing fan base what they want. I think that's the opposite of what they want. Not know much about idol culture, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass here. But I think your appeal as an idol comes not from your money, from your monetarily success, but from how you treat your fans. I can remember what you said last week when I saw you live. Yeah, attributed your current success to your fans, and you thanked them for their support. You make your fans feel loved and valued. That's why they keep buying your albums and support your songs. You think you're a sweet, kind you're a sweet, kind girl next door type. Please work hard to cultivate that image. That's where Ayu everybody knows and loves. Ivy sniffs blinking tears from her eyes. And she offers me a bright smile. Yeah, that's right. This photo shoot started poorly, but Aya's speech is getting me fired up. She sure knows how to work a crowd. If we keep up that attitude, this photo shoot will be a huge success. I know it will. Aya smiles smugly, her hands planted on her hips. Oh, really? I'd like to see you try. Well, it's kinda hard not to if they are that. If they are 80% of your body. Yeah, well, now it's my turn to be embarrassed. I glance away from Ayu, unable to meet her knowing gaze. It's not wrong on that count. I have been gawping at her breasts, but can you blame me? They're huge. I've seen a lot of attractive women during the last week, but I use no sloth. Her body is just as incredible as Marina's or in Cosmos. She says while looking more horny than cute. Okay, but I think we stop this video on this strange image. So, hope you liked this video, and if you did so, leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!